So Splatfest happened last night, and
Team Chicken
Team
won again.
Chicken won.
Oh,
Look,
sorry,
I'm telling you,
Shiroi.
Splatfest is rigged.
Yeah.
You know what this
it's
purple
very
goop
much
reminds me
rigged.
of?
What?
It reminds me of that purple ketchup they did in the 90s. You know, the different colored condiments. You know, from Heinz.
All I just remember is that they did one for Shrek when that was new.
Yeah, that's what the purple goop reminds me of. Thank God I never had it.
Okay,
It
I'll
tastes the
admit.
same. It's just ketchup.
It's the okay, but the color's just pleasing though. It's like I'm eating this
It's just
stuff
some
that
food
tastes like
coloring.
ketchup, but it's color purple.
It's food coloring.
Anyway.
It's food coloring doesn't mean I have to like it.
Weren't you good at science? Didn't you take science class? Weren't you good at it?
I never said that shit. But that's not my point.
Anyway,
So
also-
here we're fighting King Shark from the Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah! Suicide Squad. I'll say this, I really do like this boss. It's menacing. and it
Voiced
has
by
an-
Samoa Joe of WWE fame.
Yes.
Yeah, in the
Meanwhile,
new
in the
game, it's
video
played by-
game,
Yeah, in the video game, it's played by Samoa Joe.
but in the
Movie, it's I think it's the guy who's played.
was it John Cena? No.
No, John Cena plays Peacemaker,
Where does
There's
that-
a lot
so,
of characters in that fucking movie. My God.
and most of them are gonna die by the halfway point.
I will just say this, I'm more excited for the movie than I am the game. Oh,
Yeah,
no
I'm more
objection.
excited
That's it for me
James-
with the other way around.
Oh, really? So you're more excited for the game?
Yeah, because it's being made by Rocksteady.
I guess the problem is that Rocksteady have already kind of dropped the ball with Arkham Knight. I'm a bit worried. The thing that worries me the most, though, is that, well, once again, the Suicide Squad game is being presented as a game as a service sort of game.
Even though the new Batman game is basically doing that, so why are you releasing two? Oh my god.
Not only that, but they announced it with a cinematic trailer only to say, oh, it's coming out 2 years later. It really feels like they had something else in the pipeline, but that must have gotten cancelled for them to advertise the game 2 years in advance, mind you.
Well, more than likely.
It's not like you're...
To get back on the topic of this game,
Yeah,
the
okay.
color green and purple kind of reminds me of Gogurt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it reminds me of the Joker.
Trix yogurt.
Trix yogurt. God, that takes me back.
They're never bringing that back, are they?
No, they're not.
I don't think we even had that here.
Wait, you didn't have Trix yogurt?
I don't remember it. I know what it is, but I don't remember it being
I
here.
remember getting a tattoo because of Trix yogurt.
Ugh. Did you ever get Go-Gurt over there, Shiroi?
I'm not sure on that one, actually.
Seriously? Go-Gurt was cool. It's basically on-the-go yogurt.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
How would a mackerel pancake taste like?
Well, pancake with mackerels.
Pancakes can be savory, so it could work.
So a meat pancake of sorts, since
The
mackerel
only meat
are
that's getting
meat.
in there is bacon. In my pancakes, shit.
Oh,
Just
snap,
put that
the
in your
final
eggs.
boss.
No, that's good eggs too. But dude, you ever had a bacon pancake? It's fucking bomb.
No.
Yeah, I've had bacon with pancakes.
Wait,
it's good.
actually.
That's good shit.
Oh wait, are you talking about
Wait,
bacon
wait.
inside the pancakes
Yes.
or on top of it?
No,
Yeah, inside
inside
the
the
pancakes,
inside the pancake.
No, I haven't.
You
I
should.
recommend you try it. It's really good, especially when you put syrup on it.
I've always
I'll take
just
your word for it.
I've always just preferred bacon alongside my pancakes, but yeah, bacon inside the pancakes isn't necessarily terrible.
Team Waffle won that Splatfest, I think.
Well, of
They're
course,
the same
waffle.
thing.
Oh, okay. As much as I hate to, well, actually, no, I don't hate to admit it. Waffles are superior to pancakes.
Thank you,
Nah,
thank you. Harry
they
and
go
Kumar said the
stale
same
too
shit
quickly.
I mean, pancakes can go stale as well, but waffles just have that extra flavor. Waffles are literally an evolved form of pancake when you get down to it. So it only makes sense that they would be superior.
They're the same.
Like WaffleBot says, they serve pancakes in hell.
Also,
I love
thanks,
it.
Yeah,
Jim,
remember
from
when
the office.
IHOP was going to start serving burgers?
They technically
Wait,
were
yeah.
selling burgers, but
Well,
they just wanted to
rebranded
change
it
the name based on
IHOB.
their burgers. Yeah, IHOB.
Was that supposed to be serious or a joke?
I think they were doing it for reals, but they said they did it as a joke for a publicity stunt. But I'm
Let me
convinced
put
they
it
were
like
doing it on
this.
purpose.
Let me put it like this, Dedge. They basically did the Marvel thing.
Oh.
They...
Nice song.
Ah. Interesting choice there, Dedge.
Yeah, it's from Lethal Blaze Blue. No, not Lethal Blaze. God. Lethal.
Oh.
God, I can only imagine how long this might have taken without you speeding it up.
10 minutes.
Oh my
It
god.
Really?
did take a while, I remember.
Huh. Yeah, this is the puzzle platforming area. It's a bit of a maze, too.
It's
Yeah.
much more of a maze in Splatoon 2.
Sorry,
Ah.
Lethal League Blaze. My apologies.
I'm guessing that's part of the reason why people aren't as fond of the campaign into.
It's this song is done by Hideki Nagamura,
Why does that sound so
the
familiar?
Jet Set Radio composer.
Yeah, I
Ah.
can tell.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't hire him to compose music for Splatoon.
Maybe for Splatoon 3.
Yeah, maybe, because his music would fit in.
Lord knows anything's possible at this rate with how big Splatoon has become.
Hatsune Miku Costume 1.
I'll admit, it is a shame that Nintendo couldn't replicate the success they had with Splatoon for ARMS. But who knows, maybe in an ARMS sequel. If they'll feel
I mean,
confident enough to give it
I
one.
hope so, because
Yeah, I like ARMS.
ARMS to me has always come off as amazing potential. Sadly, not the best execution.
Nintendo
And
kind of gave up on it pretty quickly, it seems.
Not as much as you think, because they were able to make more than they expected.
And they still are hosting tournaments for it, technically.
Yes, they recently did like a couple weeks ago.
I guess the
It's-
best way to
it's-
put it is like, well, Nintendo didn't so much give up on it so much as they stopped trying to push it as heavily as they did before.
Right.
But it's
But-
not a failure like many people were claiming.
Yeah,
it
it's not a
was.
failure by any means, but it's...
Oh yeah, it's
been
just
better.
that, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
could have been better. And here's my main hope. I hope that, you know, with Smash bolstering ARMS' popularity, that Nintendo will have the confidence to give it another shot. You know, kind
I
of...
think they most likely will. That's the whole point of the DLC.
Of Smash or ARMS.
Yes.
Ha.
Like I said, they recently held a tournament, and I'm gonna be honest, it feels like they know how to host an ARMS tournament more than they do Smash Brothers.
I mean, what fucking online game doesn't do better online, you know?
I'm just
That's
talking about
Smash Brothers.
tournament in general, because if you see their official Smash tournaments, they're kind of...
Okay, the problem with Smash in general is like, well, it's one that really tries to operate a little too much on the party game mentality. That is
and it's
including
not,
the goddamn
unfortunately,
items.
it's not interesting to watch. Splatoon tournaments are very fun to watch as well.
Okay,
You know,
let me-
one thing I'm glad that Splatoon 2 doesn't have over 1? The Kraken.
Oh? Why is
Not a
that?
fan of that?
No, it was annoying and overpowered, and everyone kept using it.
I kind of remember that being a little frustrating.
I forgot. What was the Kraken in one?
You transform into a Kraken, and you're
Like a
invulnerable.
giant squid, and you're invulnerable.
Yeah, I would totally use that.
One
That's-
thing I used
yeah.
to do for they changed it for 2, but the bubble, where you just activate it before somebody kills you. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized that they did change it. I was like, oh.
I do get the semblance that Nintendo may finally start shifting things, seeing as how Smash Ultimate is already quite possibly the Smash game best gear for competition, aside from, of course, the darling Melee.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't want to say they don't care, but I don't think they're going to try. like even if there's Splatoon and ARMS tournaments, you don't win money. You just win. You either win a trophy or a drawing or eShop cards. Like, it says a lot when even Pokemon tournaments you win money, but not with Nintendo.
I don't know.
So it's like, what gives?
When it comes to Nintendo, I guess it's their mentality of trying to keep things wholesome as opposed to, I guess, what they view as like blood money.
But Pokemon, that's the biggest IP in the world.
That is the thing, though. Nintendo do not completely call the shots with Pokemon.
True.
Like, trust me. Like I've said, when it comes to like Sun and Moon, I feel that if Nintendo were completely in charge, Pokemon would have at least gone through some changes for quality's sake. Like, because Pokemon, the series, and how it's been going, kind of goes against Nintendo's mentality. Like, look at stuff like Mario, Link, Legend of Zelda, Pikmin 3, or heck, even, you know, Star Fox for what it's worth. When Nintendo do make a new installment, regardless of how it turns out, you do feel like they do take the proper time and effort. You know, like, they never really rush their first-party studios to, you know, get stuff out on a deadline.
They have been doing that.
Maybe somewhat because
Splatoon, ARMS, etc. They've all Mario Tennis Aces.
I don't recall
like
ARMS being rushed out.
If you, it did. If you compare it to how it launched to how it is now, you can tell it's like, yeah, we took this Splatoon approach of constantly updating so we can release it on time, release it at a certain deadline. It was all free, but at the same time, it's like just release a complete game first.
Well, yeah, I acknowledge that ARMS released the way it did, but if that was Nintendo's decision or the first-party studio's decision, is something that, you know, I'm not too sure of. Like I said, like, I don't think Nintendo would be the type to, you know, force people to rush a game out and deliver. Like, well, they have...
I don't think it's like, oh, you have to get it out now, but it's like, okay, release it as it is right now, update later.
Again, I just really do wonder if that...
Which is like, Splatoon, when it first came out, it was fun, but like, you only had like, what, 2 maps initially, and...
I think
only
the
a select
reason...
handful of weapons, and not to mention the other content was trapped behind the amiibo until like within later the year it felt more complete.
You know, I think maybe I would go with that more, except for the fact that, well, when ARMS was given a chance to, you know, spread its arms and more, they didn't really feel like they added as much as they could have. I mean, I guess that's why I sort of believe that Nintendo were not the ones to rush them, but more like they just decided, okay, the game's good enough to release, well, let's release it as such, because they could have added a lot more, but they didn't really choose to add what really could have mattered. That's sort of why I'm kind of more adept to believe that Nintendo didn't rush them so much as they thought that, oh, this will be fine enough as it is. And when I say they, I'm talking about the actual studio behind it. Like, Nintendo seem to be the kind of guys who have enough faith in their developers that for the most part...
They won't release a broken product. That's one
not,
thing.
No.
Yeah.
And
But
no
they
audience, Devil's
but
Fruit
I
does
have
not
noticed
count.
that they have been trying that Splatoon, trying to capture the Splatoon magic in terms of constantly updating.
That was okay. Yeah, I will definitely agree with you that ARMS did feel like a true attempt, yes, but nonetheless more of an attempt than a success at trying to recapture the Splatoon magic, which I think.
But by that, I'm not talking about in terms of how the game plays or how it looks aesthetically, because a lot of people it's like, wow, the character designs look like it's trying to be Splatoon. It's like, what? Colorful characters?
No,
I think they just saw the cartoony aspect and said that, but they look very
Do
different.
you realize what company you're talking about, though?
I know.
It's like, are you all... And these were from popular YouTubers as well, so I'm just like, y'all are
Nintendo seem to have this weird knack of attracting fans who, you know, should know better, but don't for some reason.
Why isn't there a Nintendo Direct?
It's like, you know, okay.
Why are you being quiet about it? How come Sony and Microsoft doing it?
Honestly, at this point, I hope there isn't a direct.
I can
mean,
live
you
without
realize-
one for the rest of the
They,
year.
they don't
so-
deserve it.
No,
Yeah.
but we do because the world is in a bad state, so we need some entertainment to keep us occupied.
Nintendo
Yeah, these
fans
other
just
things
need
we
to
need
play
to-
other
besides
games
Nintendo.
that aren't Nintendo, you know?
Exactly.
You know
Or,
what
you
I
know, you
like
can
me,
absolutely...
I've
finish your
been playing
backlog.
Yakuza 0.
Or
Oh,
heck,
how's,
me.
how's that treating you?
Oh, it's fun. Very fun.
Oh yeah, Yakuza 0 is great. Heck, I mean, and hey, we have had indie directs, and yes, I know that indie directs aren't what people want,
but it's not
heck,
AAA games. It's not a
Honestly,
Smash
the-
Brothers character.
honestly, the last indie direct produced quite a lot of good games, one of which I actually bought the day it was shown, Raji and
Oh, yeah,
Ancient
how
Epic.
is that one, by the way?
Very good, actually. It feels like the Prince of Persia game that we've been missing. Thanks for nothing, Ubisoft. But yeah.
Oh, don't worry. Apparently, we are getting a new Prince of Persia game.
Yeah, leaks, and even at this point, okay, first off, I'll wait to see if that's true. Secondly, it's present-day Ubisoft. Forgive me if I don't have faith in them like well, if I ever did have faith in them.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but who knows? Maybe it could be worse.
That it could be.
They could be just constantly making Prince of Persia side stuff. You'll have the prince appear in a whole bunch of games, except give him his own games, like Sam Fisher is,
Ouch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shit.
or Rayman.
I'll just say this,
Although
though.
he is getting his own TV show, so
Oh, really?
yeah,
Will that actually go through, though?
most likely.
Hopefully.
True,
They
yeah.
posted concept art with that doesn't have Rayman in it.
That said, though, guys, Mighty Number 9 was supposed to get a TV show.
Well, that's a crying
Yeah.
shame. But we can talk
Alright,
about
see you
that
in
in
the next
the
part.
next part.
See
See
ya.
ya.
Yeah.